Alright guys, welcome to Tapin 10. These are the top stories. Unsurprisingly, John Moss has made the most mistakes of any Premier League referee. And on today's evidence at the Spurs game, it's hard to make a case for it because he bottled it with the penalty and Harry Kane is a diver, but it's fine. Great match, 2-2. Here are some of the other top stories during the week.
Where's Morris? No one has seen this guy since City have unsettled him on deadline day. The Algerian has not turned up for training in 3 days and risks being fined by Leicester City as he continues to go AWOL.
200K. That's the fine.
Really?
Yeah, mental.
What's that, like 5 weeks' wages for him or something?
Yeah. In other news of missing players, where's Nabil? Where's Pogba? Mr. Pogba missing against Spurs and unsurprisingly missing in the starting lineup against Huddersfield because guess what? He was terrible and he was rightly dropped. How many guys are we going to get to free Pogba? Matic frees him, Kante frees him, who else is going to free him? Where is Pogba?
Okay, so if you missed it, shame on you. Fantastic game today, great game of football between Spurs and Liverpool. Our first half performance, Liverpool did not let us get the ball to our 4 attackers at all. They didn't, and it didn't help that these 3 players were making mistakes. Second half, this changed. They gave us a lot more space, a lot more time on the ball, and then we were able to find Eriksen, then we were able to find Kane, then we were able to find Son, then we were able to find Elliott. With Lamella coming on as an extra attacking threat, so I feel that helped us, and there was a lot of space for us to exploit. Liverpool's energy levels left a lot to be desired, but we capitalised, and in the end of the day, the draw was a fair result. No one can argue about that. You can argue about the decisions, but the result itself, you can't argue against it. Great result for Spurs, and you'd arguably say that we could have won and should have won.
Here's me with Liverpool's game. So Mane, Fabinho, Salah pressing Tottenham right from the front. When Lloris had the ball and looked to go long, they didn't press. Switched up their pressing when they saw they were looking to pass to Sanchez or Vertonghen. Great press by Liverpool there. Midfield is also impressive, very disciplined and not giving Spurs any space to pass through the middle. Then Bella and Dyer struggling for space in the middle. So Spurs were forced to go wide with their fullbacks and never really had the quality from Trippier or Davis. So very good with Liverpool there. And the big key man that Toby forgot to mention, John Moss, centre of the park, gave away the pen, and big Harry Kane with the dive. We failed to mention that from Toby, and that was the big decision maker.
Now to talk about today's game's contentious issues, I've got my man in his glowing vest.
Safety man Dan. And now, Harry Kane was a blatant dive earlier today. That's a big decision that John Moss got wrong. He clearly went into the keeper looking for contact, and I don't think there was much that Karius could do about that. Definitely not a penalty for me.
What about Lamella?
Lamella, I think that one was a penalty. Van Dijk went to boot the ball. Lamella got himself in the way and clearly contact to the back of his leg. And he rightly went down like a ton of bricks.
Very dramatic, if you ask me.
Very dramatic. But one thing that they spoke about in the studio that the linesman did get right was the offside for the first penalty shout. And basically, because Lovren had that wild air swipe, true to Lovren form, and missed the ball, it meant that the second phase of play has started and Harry Kane was onside. But he still did dive. Shouldn't have been a pen.
Diver.
This week's Fool of the Week has got to go to West Ham for a combined effort of foolery. First on the list is Tony Henry, who's actually come out with his comment on African players, saying they cause problems and mayhem for the club. Ludicrous comment, but was he right? Did he have some merit?
He may just be right because Arthur Masuaku, an African player at West Ham, had a nasty spat the other weekend because he spat at a Wigan FC player and subsequently got a 6-match ban, rightfully so. Arthur Masuaku, you are living up to Tony Henry's words and you deserve a big fat Fool of the Week. Fool! Shame on you.
So where do we give them on the Richter scale, the foolometer?
I was thinking 9, but you know what? F it. I'm giving them a 10. They're a big fat Paul Merson. West Ham, take your bloody L.
Shocking stuff from
Awful.
the London side.
Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful.
Just before you don't finish Fool of the Week, I cannot let this happen without mentioning Islam Somani and Kennedy. Because any person that lives in the information age knows all it takes is a cursory Google search to know anything about a club, their legends. But when asking both these players, what interests you the most about Newcastle? Why did you come? Their answer was none other than, I watched Goal 2. I watched Goal 1 and 2. Goal 1, the film with Santiago Nunes, and I saw Alan Shearer in it. And I remember that Shearer is a good striker. That was their reason for joining Newcastle.
Take the pen, my friend.
No
Why
one.
you hear them?
Like it's not a mistake worthy of an imbecile, but they're definitely hot fools for that. I'm just gonna do K and S. Idiots. Just Google.
It's your full little week.
Alright, so guys, this is where we actually give you our predictions for the next big match for the following week, and obviously you can look no further than the North London derby next Saturday, 12:30. I'll start with Toby.
Oh, so next week I'm going for a Spurs win simply
Sure.
because we wrestled the hell out of Man United last week. This fool said that Man United were going to win 2-1. The end result was 2-0, and generally we actually do quite well against the big sides at home. So I'm going for a Spurs win.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for a Spurs win.
Score?
2-1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 2-2 draw because I don't think Spurs are really convincing at home. Arsenal really are, but obviously they're away. I don't trust the Arsenal defence. Otherwise, I might have gone for an Arsenal win, but I'm backing their attackers to get a couple goals here. So 2-2 for me.
Similar prediction as Steve. I'm going with 2-2 Arsenal because
2-2 Arsenal.
Sorry, I'm going with a 2-2 draw purely because I think that defence is just trash. I mean, we let Walker in on goal, we let Nias have chances. That defence cannot be trusted. However, we're playing at Wembley. We love Wembley. We're beaten at Wembley since 2011. So, you know what? Arsenal win. There, I said it.
Back your boys.
Arsenal win. I'm backing the boys.
I'm going to back the boys as well. I think we do actually turn up when Spurs come to play recently. As shown in the earlier match this season, I think we have a good game plan for playing against Spurs high line, and we've just signed Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang. So I really think that they're going to be too hot to handle for Spurs. So I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
I love it, Dan.